Hello and welcome to the Q&A.
So quiet
every time. I'm like,
every
dude,
time.
wait. Can we all?
I'm not done.
Every time it's so quiet.
Okay, ready?
In this edition of Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hello and welcome to the Q&A.
I feel like you're like,
I'm trying to relax everyone. This is a relaxing
Why do you want to
thing.
fall asleep?
This is
Why?
relaxing.
I'm
This
gonna
is
fall
No, it
asleep.
isn't.
I can talk like
But
this.
it feels like you're straining like that.
I'm
no,
not.
I can talk like
Hello,
this.
welcome.
Because you're trying to make me talk louder. I don't want to talk louder. I want to talk softly.
I'm with
Hello
That's a first.
I'm with Christy on
Welcome.
this one.
to the Q&A.
Thank you.
I'm your question master,
Quaddam.
Christy. Question master.
Quaddam. QADM. Quaddam.
Question master, Christy.
Quaddam.
And here we go with all the questions that I will master.
Hold on.
Are you
Hold on.
ready?
Christy, before you ask any questions, I have a question for the Quatum.
Wow.
Okay, William Shatner, would you like to ask your question?
I have
I have a question.
Question for the
For the Quaddam.
Mhm.
I don't have any questions for the Quatum. I was
I
just
know, you
giving you
didn't
a
have
bit
any
on your
questions.
voice.
Okay. Anyway, I wasn't doing Shatner.
No, I just
I was trying to do relax.
I mean, I guess me
I was
relaxed to
trying to
Shatner.
be
I
NPR,
don't
and
know.
you guys won't let me.
You
I'm shrill all the time. Can I just be
You are
relaxing
shrill
for
a lot of the time.
minute? Anyway, hi, welcome. Thank you for
Hi,
coming.
hello.
Not you, the listener.
So what is this? The end of
Hi,
our
listeners.
She's the question master. What end of the arc is this?
This is the end of Arc 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, she
Here
got
we
it.
are.
I almost said
I make
7.
the graphics.
Oh, you almost messed up.
Yeah.
That's why you're not the Quaddam.
yeah, you're not the Quaddam.
Thank
She's
God.
the Quaddam.
Master. Yeah.
What a
Quaddam,
terrible
yeah.
name.
Yeah, we said that. The Quaddam.
Anyway, hi, welcome.
Say
everyone.
welcome again.
One more time.
If you would stop interrupting me, I wouldn't need to repeat it.
Every time you say something, we have to restart.
I have to restart.
Oh,
So
okay.
people know what's
You don't want
happening.
that to be the case.
Anyway, hi, welcome.
Can't do it.
Okay, question 1.
Anyway, I want to say first
Oh,
of
I
all,
thought she was going to say it again.
thank you all of the listeners for submitting questions. We got so many this time, and I don't know how you still have questions, but you do, and that's great. So we're going to get right into it. Are we ready, everyone?
Yes,
are ready.
ready, Quaddam.
Wait.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay. So first up, our first question is a great starter for this for everyone. It's from at RWBY Universe Tale. Is it? It's not Ruby.
It's Ruby. Yeah, it's
Ruby.
an anime.
Okay.
Yeah, Ruby. I know that. I know
but
that
it's
one.
with W.
I know that
Yeah,
one, but
that's-
is it called Ruby?
It's called Ruby.
Yeah, it's Ruby. It doesn't have it's not
door,
pause.
please.
Oh, it isn't pause.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
No. Close.
Okay.
It's Q&A. Anything goes in this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine then.
Okay, Ruby Universe Tale. Thank you so much. Your
Alec.
question
Yeah.
is Alec. That's
Yeah.
Alec. Okay. You asked, does Jake dab?
I've
Oh.
never
Question is
wow.
yes.
I've never
was a
once
very
seen him
I
dab.
don't think that's what he means.
That was a strong dab.
No, he means that because I dabbed on the Twitch stream a lot. I had a.
I've literally never seen Jake dab.
You dab on the Twitch stream?
You've got very
I
good
have-
dabbing arms. They're very pointy.
They are. They're very.
Can
You
that?
really get a good
I'm
point.
waiting for you to smash your hand to the wall next to you.
Well, guess
or
what?
knock the microphone over.
It's
because
like
I know how to
Brett.
dab. I have my awareness.
That just
my-
looks like that hurts.
It does sometimes.
It's really
very aggressive.
That's how you have to dab. You have to dab
Oh, damn, that
aggressively,
kinda
or you're
hurt.
not dabbing right.
Okay.
Is that right?
I don't think that's right. You just have to be smooth with it.
No.
Yeah, because I've seen a
aggressive
lot-
dabs.
I
are
guess
the way
Cam
to go.
Newton, he would do like this little dance and then like kind of transition into it.
Yeah, well, that guy does not
A
a
soft
fucking dab.
dab.
Well, here's the
he
thing.
invented the fucking dab.
Well, you don't know how
he got so
White
mad.
people dab very hard like that because that's how they think they have to do it.
Yeah, you have to dab hard, or you don't dab at all.
See, exactly. Exactly.
I'm not white.
Sure.
You gotta be smooth with the dab.
Well, and again, not really our thing.
Maybe not.
Gotta be smooth. Anyway, here's
No
Jake.
smooth.
Yeah.
I don't want to dab again. It does hurt.
Yeah, stop doing that.
There
It
we
looks-
go.
He just made the sound and he did not actually dab.
Thank
What?
you.
Oh, yeah.
No? Oh, he did it again.
Oh, okay, just you have
Okay,
to
so
work
the
all
answer
week.
is yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I can dab.
Yeah, man, take
thank
these-
you, Alec.
Yeah,
So yeah, I've never
Can
seen
you?
him dab
Yeah.
until just now. So I
You guys-
guess.
You guys haven't watched the Twitch stream. You guys just hate me or whatever.
I watched.
We watched.
I watch.
When's the last time you did one?
Yeah, when's the
It's
last
been a
time?
while. Okay,
Oh,
guys,
has
move.
it?
It's been what?
It's been a while. Do we have to? Is a no list?
No,
count
wait,
for
no. You can
the-
just say it's been a while.
You can't
Yeah.
just say the phrase.
Yeah,
Does
it's-
it
Does it
count
count for the?
You can just
no?
say those words.
for the Q&A?
Let's get this clarified. If you make a no list joke on the Q&A, do you still
Yes.
develop?
Yes.
Oh, well then never mind. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, we'll stop
He
talking.
thought he had a free pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. We have
Thank you,
a dumb question from a dumb person, Matt. And on Instagram, he asked, with Matt being the undisputed favorite player, does anyone else get like super mega crazy jealous?
Not even a little bit.
Does anyone else feel super mega crazy
I was
jealous?
just saying that to get the algorithm going.
Okay,
yeah,
you were.
I feel like
I really
you've
was.
asked,
Yeah.
we've had Matt super hot fangirl or something like
I
that.
don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you.
Well, that
know.
was actually me.
Was it you?
It wasn't
Yeah.
me.
Oh, weirdo. Why?
I mean,
It's
Look
still
at 'em.
funny.
Oh, that's so creepy. All right, moving
Very
on.
I mean,
Okay.
look at him.
Please move on.
Anyway,
Christy. Quantum, please move
Hair
on.
asks.
Oh, there you go, an
hold on.
actual fan.
So we're not going to get that question actually answered.
My answer is completely no.
Yeah,
No,
it's going on.
absolutely not.
Christy,
No.
Brian,
No.
Jake,
No.
Ben, no, Matt.
I mean, a little bit.
Okay, great. Moving on. Hair's question.
Hair, thank you so much for your question. So, players, what has been your favorite location in the story so far? And while you think for a second, Jake, what has been your favorite arc so far in terms of planning and playing?
Well, you guys go first.
So give it that a little
Long haul. Favorite location.
You wouldn't leave.
Just can't quit that long haul, man.
Just can't fucking leave.
In a way, I'm still there.
In my head, I'm always there.
And for me, I'm actually still on the slopes, bobsledding still.
I thought you were going to say Hagar's Tower.
Yeah.
That seems like the most excited place for you whenever you come back to it.
I love Hagar's Tower. Yeah, when we were the ski slopes, when we were racing, man, that
there?
was so much fun. That was a fun little sequence there.
Anyone else?
I'm going through them all, and I want to say the bobsled slopes just because I got to do some cool shit. I want to say, the Fey layer, like the upper tier of it.
You can.
I know, but I'm trying to think if I'm like missing something that's like worth
There's
my.
Luskin.
You know what? For a real thing for me, it would be the castle. What was the first city we were in?
Arc 1, Waterdeep.
One?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep?
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter.
Yeah,
Okay.
Castle.
I've never been to Waterdeep.
All the shit that we did in that castle was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
I should re-listen to Arc 1 because that was a lot
There's
of
a
fun.
lot.
I actually
wild.
have
That was
recently.
fun.
Arc 1
That was
was
fun.
definitely one of our more wild ones.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, no, I think I do have to say Fey layer because not only was there did I get to do like awesome bobsled stuff, but then it transitioned into like all rats. Like that whole thing. And then we got to fight Helium and just that there was a lot going on in there that was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then you got to jump through the ceiling after you got electrocuted by Boral and
There was a lot of stuff going down on that.
there's
That
a
was-
whole concrete lodge fucking shit. It reintroduced Emmy and
Yeah.
Okay, so
Emmy.
we got Catan's, we got yours, Boral.
I said so.
Yeah,
You said
The ski
slopes.
slopes.
He started
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everyone's saying
Yeah.
fair. so far.
mine is Luskin.
Luskin?
I love a good heist, and that was a fun.
That was
yeah.
That was
a fun
yeah,
little.
That was fun.
I did
area.
definitely enjoy Boral's.
casino.
I think that was your first disguise.
disguise. I think so.
You disguised yourself. I think that was when that like kind of came.
Yeah, and it went flawlessly.
No.
Here's the
I
point.
hate that. No, your first disguise is you pretended to be
With
the illusionist, Kyle.
you're right.
Oh yeah, we went to the
Oh.
cave.
When I
with the
encountered
bandits.
Bob for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were
Oh,
pretending to be
that's-
Kyle, and then you
that
found out that you were impersonating someone who liked to pee on children, and then you were just like,
you
son
love
of a
pissing. I
bitch.
love that. You love pissing on kids. Like, oh, you're right.
yeah, I guess I do. That's now online. Those words out of my mouth are now online.
Yeah, those are there.
Okay, Jake. So, what is your favorite arc as far as playing?
Favorite arc? I have to say, I think the last two arcs. This
7 and 8.
7 and 8. Mainly, I think because it's just been so RP heavy. A lot of character development has happened between just everyone. I think those are probably one of my favorite. Those are two of my favorites. I think 7, just because it was 28 episodes long, so there was a lot of stuff in it. But yeah, I think 7 so far. But I honestly, for me, I think it's just because as we go further and further, we all just kind of progress and get better at everything. So it'll probably be 9 and 10 later on.
Right. Okay, that's a good answer. I did just want to interrupt again. We probably should start all of these with, hey, major spoiler warning if you are not caught up. I don't
First
know
of all, why are you listening? Why did you
I don't know
jump
why
to
you'd be
here?
listening to this, but if you are, please stop.
Yeah, go back to episode 1.
We're gonna talk about everything.
Some people,
that's
a
happened
decent
so
amount
far.
of people skip the Q&A.
That should be in the
anyway, so-
description for the episode. Definitely.
Okay, just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Major spoiler warning. We are going to talk about stuff.
But like that's how iTunes they organize episodes
They
as
do?
the latest episode.
I just wanted to put that
Which
out
is
there.
how I haven't
There's
figured
a
that out.
button.
How?
It goes by date.
I mean, you can if you use an iTunes, you can organize it
Could not
by
imagine.
date, name, time,
Bullshit.
length.
It's all bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
iTunes, yeah.
Yeah, it's very
iTunes
strange. Anyway,
is
okay.
stupid.
It's bullshit. I'm
Great
doing it
answers,
right now.
everyone. Thank you, Hair.
But go review us on iTunes.
Mr.
Or Apple
Hodgepodge
Podcasts.
asks, and a few people ask, so I will I'll
Wrap it
see
all.
if anybody else kind of touches on it in a different way, but mainly the main question everybody asks is, how is Joe doing and is Beardrum coming back? So let's address that. Joe is doing great.
He is.
His
He's doing
little
amazing.
one just turned 1. He's a sweet little chubbin, and he's the funnest little baby
He's
in the
so
whole wide
cute.
world.
Hey.
He's crawling all around. You don't have babies. You have toddlers.
I
Yeah.
have a 1-year-old.
I thought she was older than a 1.
No, she's just big.
She is a big girl. Okay. Anyway, he is the newest 1-year-old,
Fair.
the youngest baby of the
Fair.
party. Very, very fun. And he's doing great. He started a new job. He's
Nice.
pretty busy with that. And as far as coming back, we are figuring something out. We
Yes.
don't know what that's
It's
going to
in
look like,
it's in the talks.
but we are trying to figure that out. So we will let you know when we know.
We can tell you that Joe
Or we
has
won't, and it'll be a surprise.
reached out to
Ooh.
us about how he misses doing this, but he's busy.
He didn't really reach out. I was just like, do you want to come back?
Yeah, we-
He's
sure.
like,
Sure.
I mean, I guess. No, he has expressed interest as well. We're just trying to figure that out yet.
Yeah.
So we don't know yet what that will look like, but we are hoping that can happen. So there you go. Thank you. Moving on. That was also Skinner's. Skinnerness asked also, like, how is Beardrum's offspring? Blah, blah, blah.
Such a way for him to say it.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
perfectly. Alyssa asks, question from Matt. Which music piece that you've recorded for the podcast is your favorite? I don't know if we had answered that one or not yet.
I think we have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a new favorite since you've made new music then?
That's what I was gonna say.
It's still,
That's why I left it on here.
it's still the Goblin
Still the Goblin
March.
theme.
I call it the Goblin March. That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Okay.
There's a couple pieces. I'll just really quickly go. There's a couple pieces I have in the works that I think are also going to be very good. But at this moment, the Goblin March is still my favorite
It
piece
still
that I've
reigns
produced.
supreme.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
It's quite fun.
Thank you, Alyssa. Tober 666.
Oh,
sign of the beast.
I don't know about that, Tober.
All I gotta say is he is the smoking master, the meat master.
was that right?
Oh.
Yeah, if you guys ever pop into the Quail and Ale chat,
Oh, he's
Mr.
got
I didn't even know we had a quail.
Oh.
I need to frequent our
Brian.
Discord once in a while. Jesus.
yes, we have a Quail and Ale chat. It's all about food, and Tober is the master of meats. He has so many stuff in there, and he did one. He did one. I think it was like ghost pepper with some type of meat. I can't remember.
Sick.
And I know I was like, can you please? And I've talked to him about this. Whenever we have a live show, we are bringing him in as our chef.
Yes.
So-
yes.
Oh, a meat smoker on site.
On
Yes.
Come
site.
listen to our live show. We have barbecue.
We have smoked meats.
We got meat.
Here's the thing: we're gonna beat the crap out of Arby's. What they're saying, we got the meats.
We got the smoked meats.
We got the smoked meats.
Okay.
We can't. They probably trademarked that. So we
Well,
probably
Tober
can't
asked
say
a
that.
great question. So let's get to it. It's going to be. Sorry, I'm just getting really hungry now and I want to stop talking about meat.
I'm trying to think of something that rhymes with meat that's D&D related.
Feet.
Feet.
What? No.
Yeah.
F-E-A-T.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Defeat.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. We'll figure it out
Excrete.
later.
Excrete. That's to kill someone.
Quantum, please continue.
Yes.
Sorry, Quadum.
Question Master continuing.
Quantum.
If you could make one change to any choice you've made in this campaign, which would you choose
I know
and why?
Christie's.
Okay, I will go first since I already know. It would obviously be me putting in the seed to Ouroboros and listening to my instructions instead of not. Even though I thought it was cool what happened, I wish I had done correctly. And that's about it.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Who's ready?
I don't think I changed anything. I know that maybe that's like not a good answer, but
Yeah, kind of
but I think it's the truth. Like I think it's all the decisions I've made so far has put Awen where he is now, and I think if I would have changed something, it would be different.
you are
And-
very much of in the moment person for
Well,
your character. At
yes,
least.
and that's he isn't calculated. He doesn't think ahead. He really does just whatever happens in that moment, he goes for it, and he does not think back on it at all. And so I don't think he would change anything either, because we're still alive and moving forward and being successful at this point. So what if one of those changes made something, the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
What if one of those changes he made changes something to where we're all dead now? So in his mind, we're successful so far. So everything that he's done has been successful if you look at it like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Brian, Ben?
Hey, don't ask that. Brian, Ben.
I'm sorry.
I can go.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Brian's looking at the ceiling, so he's thinking.
I'm still thinking.
I got an interesting response here. So, God, so what Matt said, right? Like, okay, well, if you change anything, then it's a different story, and that's not the story we played. So why would I want to do that?
Hypothetical. We're not
totally hypothetical, right? I mean, yeah, I could say that like, well, Catan personally wouldn't have wanted to smash a little girl's head against a wall, but like it's narratively satisfying for what happened.
Right.
In the battle, maybe he should have started off by casting a whole person and with a
God, I didn't even think about
Grax.
that.
And then that could have, you would have just fucking faked a roll anyway.
Ooh.
You would have been like, oh, he rolled a 20.
Ben is very butthurt about the rolls I
Yeah,
make.
in case you were aware.
3 criticals on a DC armor class
I've never
28. Weird, huh?
3 criticals.
Anyway, my point is that like, you can make changes, but then it's different. I think the one thing that would have made the story maybe more narratively satisfying would be had I decided to kiss Emmy at that moment, and then she lost her ability to love.
Yeah, what the
Then
hell's wrong with Catan and Eowyn? Just like,
Oh, I thought you were just going to say Catan. I was going to say, yeah, what's wrong with you?
yeah.
Yeah, like I wish somebody wanted to kiss me. I'd kiss him so hard, I'd smooch him real good.
I don't get no smooches.
We're going to go ahead and not answer what's wrong with Catan's love life, and we're going to let that.
That's going to be the
develop
next question. in a second
organically.
here. Hold
Oh,
on.
really? Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second then. But had he done that, then there would be something more narratively satisfying with the loss of Emmy's ability to love, right?
Yeah.
So then, like, sure, like looking back, maybe I would have done that just so that it can resonate a little
Have
bit
more
more
weight,
with,
yeah.
as opposed to maybe just being like, that's weird. You're weird now. Well, anyway, look at my cool shiny armor, But that's what happened. That's what he decided to do, and that's what the fates foretold in regards to the D&D universe, and that's the story. And you know what? Some relationships are like that. Some people do have that weird thing where they really like each other, and it just doesn't go anywhere for years. And why? I don't know, because they're both fucking weird and they can't just connect. And then they sometimes never do, or they do. I don't know. We'll see.
Very good. Brian, did you come up?
Well, I mean, this last arc, I had an encounter which we've talked about numerous times that I was just like ill prepared and probably lack of sleep, and just like I was not in the fucking headspace to do what I had to do, so I just bumbled through the whole thing. And I wish if I had like a reverse time or like a take back, that would be it.
I loved it though.
No,
It
like,
was so good.
Narratively speaking, it was funny, but I'm just like, man, that was painful to listen to. It was so painful to listen to.
I feel, you said it best in
It
this
was.
recent episode. You said that you're like 50-50. And you know what? Like when you disguise yourself as somebody else, it either goes really well or just so fucking weird.
Which I feel like how it
That's
would be
what's
happening in
charming
real
about
life,
it.
though.
No,
like,
but-
Yeah.
you can disguise yourself as anybody, but you're not going to hit their personality on point. You're not going to always have the right things to say.
And look, and the way our narrative style is, we're kind of doing things on the fly. So you like me personally, Brian, don't know all the lore of the area off the top of my head. So I'm just kind of winging it, but you are operating off of a certain structure of how these people's brains function and operate that I'm just not on that wavelength
That's fair.
at all. And also operating off of, you also probably lack of sleep and whatnot. It just doesn't fucking jive sometimes. And the results are kind of comical and also really awkward and really dumb. And
Which I feel like is very reminiscent of real life. Some shit's just awkward, dude.
yeah, I mean,
I like it.
Hey.
personally.
Speaking as someone who's very awkward,
Brian,
It happens a lot.
we love that. Just sitting there from the sidelines, just watching it, just going like,
What are you doing?
so where's the part where he does what we told him to?
I love
well,
it.
no, and I didn't listen to you because
Yes,
I
the most
honestly in that
intelligent
moment I'm
player.
like, no, what they just said was really dumb. Like I honestly thought like, no, I'm going to do it this way.
That's fine.
And then what I did
didn't
not work.
Just-
Because I thought like, no, this actually makes sense in my head. And like, oh wait, your reaction is not what I thought it'd be. Shit. Okay.
I just love.
Now I'm panicking.
I just love us sitting there going like, okay, nothinging's different. Like when everything's said and done,
no,
it's
Ben.
all the
Everything's different, Ben.
same. Everything's different, and yet everything's the same.
It's great.
Same, but different.
All right.
I guess, Jake, do you have an answer for that? If you want to touch on something for yourself or no? Because every decision you make is perfect. Because it's all part of the plan.
No, there's some like discussions, I think, between characters where that I wish I'd prepared.
Maybe just having a name ready.
Yeah, like
perhaps.
Leroy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mainly more of like conversations, I guess, between characters that I try to get my best on like talking points. And then there's things that you guys just say and I'm like, fuck, I did not think about that. And it for the story, it makes complete sense that you would bring that up. And I'm like, yeah, didn't think of that. Certain things like that. I'm trying to think of one that like really.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the biggest curveball we've ever just like chugged at you?
I think we
Fucking
have talked about that before.
Yeah,
but
there's so many curveballs that you guys have thrown at me, but no, it's mainly conversations with NPCs and stuff like that.
you wish you could just do over again.
Yeah, so and so many expositions, so many expositions that I thought I had like everything I needed, and you asked a question, and I'm just like, oh god, I didn't think about like the ceiling height, okay, or the width of the room. Didn't think about that. I'm getting there, you know. Hey, 2 years later,
Yeah, it's
Eventually-
story's almost over, and you're just about there.
just about there. Yeah,
Okay.
no, mainly conversations. I think are wording of certain things that I wish I could have like retcon that, you know, obviously I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Great
That's about
question,
it.
Tober. Thank you. Okay, next question is from Piper's Dance or Pipper's Dance? Piper's Dance.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Piper
Pickle
picked a
pepper.
pepper.
Anyway, they ask, Catan seems hauntingly sad behind his mask. What's the one thing that brings him the most joy?
Oh wow, that's fucking heavy.
Doesn't have to be. It could just be grilled cheese.
It can just be grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
I think he said that canonically, that's like a comfort meal for him.
Yeah.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we
I
were
did.
at the farm
It
snacks.
reminds me of like being at home, like as a kid. Like, you know, that's what you get when you're a
I wonder
kid.
how old grilled cheese is. Like,
Apparently.
Since bread and cheese. I mean, like,
Yeah.
well, maybe.
Since sliced
we don't-
bread and cheese,
Like,
or
can I melt
before
that?
sliced bread?
what brings Catan comfort? I think
Not
so.
comfort, joy.
Joy.
Very specific.
Joy. Oh no, joy's a little
It's
bit
different.
No, joy's easier. Joy's easier.
Okay.
Joy. Catan is happy when he makes a plan, identifies an issue, addresses it, makes a plan, follows through with it, completes it, and resolves it. Like his life is just like ticking things off a chart. You know what I mean? So he's just like, okay, I've been told that there's a bunch of fucking devil worshippers held up here. Got to take care of that. How are we going to do it? Let's go talk to them and find out. We'll figure it out then. They're evil. Slaughter them. Well, problem solved. You know, like, and it's not that he's like, I like killing people. It's like, no. It's just like, this is an issue. It needs to be addressed. Now it's been addressed. Issue resolved.
You like checking things off a list.
You like checklists.
He really loves being able to just be like, I handled that. And now I can move on to whatever's next, whatever that is. And that's what brings him the most joy, is just being able to successfully complete a task. What doesn't bring him joy is when he doesn't know how to do that, which is what was going on earlier when he was just like, she's a bad lady. She needs to die. It's not her fault. Your people are a bunch of shitheads. They did this to her. Really, it's your fucking people's fault. But now she's bad. I don't know. I don't want to kill her. I kind of hope she lets me. You know, because it's like, I don't know where to go from here.
It's not
Because no matter what I do, it's
Yeah.
not clear cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what Catan likes is simple problems
You
that
like
he
the- you
can
like the
resolve.
Yeah, the more black and white issues where it's
Yes.
bad, good, got it.
Yeah, and he doesn't acknowledge, and he's not saying that gray issues are not important. He just fucking hates dealing with them.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much. Next one is
You know,
from-
paladins.
Thank you. Yes. Next one is from Mango Man. And they ask, how many episodes are equivalent to one session you guys do? Because they all seem to connect together. I will answer that quickly. We do 4 in a session, and that is it. We probably answered that on other ones, so I'm just going to quickly.
Oh, he means like
pass that.
recording.
Yeah, Mango
we
gets to
do.
it.
We have a lot of
Yes.
Q&As, and there's some time between the last one and with the
Yes.
ARC 7
so
and
4 per session is what we aim to
Yeah.
get. Thank you so much. Blood asks, players, what do you find to be the most annoying personality traits of your characters? So we'll go around. If anyone's ready, what's your most annoying personality
What
trait?
do we hate the most about our own characters?
Yes.
I think that's what we're going to do. I don't think we're
Okay.
going to friendly fire at each other.
yeah.
I mean,
Not
I'll do it.
I know you will.
No,
I'm
no,
ready.
no, no, no.
I got a list.
Do
Let me
your
start
own.
checking them off.
Do your own.
Well, I mean, I think Awen's would obviously be his not even aloofness. Honestly, I think the aloofness annoys people more than the protected, like the lying, I guess is the best word for it. But because I think people expect that he's always going to keep something, but I think the aloofness annoys people the most.
I don't think they really asked what is the most annoying to
you.
people. It's what do you find to be the most annoying?
About my own character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
that's
You
That's what I'm
personally,
saying.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
sure
Well,
you
if
think
you
like
met Awen,
Well, I don't find it. Well, yeah, it would be he would be his aloofness. Like, dude, I know you know what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Just answer me straight.
Just make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
Which is why it's so fun to play that, because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, I hate that I'm saying this, but it's so much fun.
yes. Okay. Very good. Anyone else ready?
Catan's a fucking hypocrite. So much.
What?
Yeah. And nobody likes hypocrites.
No.
So, he just like, it's hard because he's a multi-layered character who has a traumatic past. And so, what he wants to do and what he carries out and what his plans are often conflict with what he needs to do at the very moment to like get by, drugs, murder, that kind of stuff. But a lot of times people in positions of authority and power are that way. So it's like, I've been saddled with too much responsibility. And so now I have to start cutting corners and doing things I wouldn't normally do. And then I have to justify it. So I turn around and say, well, I know best, and so I think everyone hates hypocrites, including myself. And it's hard because you're like, well, I understand where you're coming from, but you're also a piece of shit.
Like it. Okay. For Leaf, unless you're ready.
No, I'm not ready. Go
Okay,
ahead.
for Leaf, it would be, I know everybody wants to think it's hurting the party, but that is not the annoying thing. That
She loves that part.
I love that part. That's not annoying to me
That's when
at
she
all.
rolls the best.
For me, I think it's like her naivete or just like the cluelessness. It's just her cluelessness of like not really grasping the whole situation. She really I really want to be like strategic about things, but I as a person can't be. And so therefore her character can't be either. And that's really annoying to me because I'd like to be clever and I can't. So that's really annoying.
You've been clever quite a few times recently.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
Really good.
She's
spell
getting there,
uses.
Yeah.
but it's not natural.
Okay. Well, I still think you should give yourself some credit.
Well, it's still just an annoying thing about the character.
God, I don't know. I've had a lot of time to think about this now, and I think it's probably indecisiveness, just because that's where kind of I'm at right now.
Stop me right in a second.
I don't know what to say. That's what I hate the most.
I can't really pick a choice, but I really indecisive and I hate that about myself.
Well, it's true though. Like sometimes in some situations I can see it from 5 different angles, and I'm like, I don't know, fuck it, let's see where it goes. Like I could go either which way instead of just like picking one and then like just sticking with that one. But yeah, sometimes that's where I'm at.
All right, the next one, no question for you. You don't get to answer.
That's
that.
fine.
But you
I'm
do get
good.
to answer this one. Who is more pure? Oh, sorry. This is also from Blood. Who is more pure, Leaf or Sven?
Leaf or Sven? I'm gonna go ahead and say Sven because he hasn't killed a single person ever.
That we know of.
Meant to.
He might have accidentally had a few accidental invention explosions while testing it out with random customers.
All my kills are accidental too.
Yeah,
Pretty much everything Leaf does is accidental.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Hey,
I think
And on the
DM
advice
Jake.
on the advice of counsel, Sven has not admitted any blame and
Yeah,
said
that he's aware he
incidents.
has not been.
He has not.
But let me ask
Very
you something,
sorry
Jake.
for those incidents, but not my fault.
Yeah.
Whatever happened? Okay, Sven mentioned that he doesn't like gnomes from the south.
Yes.
We've never met one.
You have not yet.
What happened to all of them?
You don't know yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay.
So, like,
That'll be a question
You
for later.
say Sven's a good guy, but like
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
don't
Well, we've
think
met
we-
his brother and he's not so great.
Yeah, he is not so great. Half brother.
Half brother. Okay. All right. Thank you, Blood. Those were great. Tober again asks, how did the NPC Kerrigan come to creation? Do you have any bits you can give that aren't too giveaway?
to give away? God, I can't remember what. It wasn't an anime.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It
right.
wasn't
Yeah,
an anime.
right.
No, I was watching. I think it was through Game of Thrones. When I was watching through some of that, and I can't remember exactly what character kind of
Inspired.
inspired it. I want to say it was the Lannister's dad.
Mm.
That kind of like overarching, like hands kind of everywhere, eyes everywhere, kind of like he's never in the action, but he's always part of it. Chrissy, you're not going to catch the
I
fly.
almost
Please
had
don't destroy the recording
I wasn't
device.
going to hit that. Just a napkin.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a lot of different places. I've always liked the idea of like someone being kind of like reborn by fire, kind of, but not the idea of like them being reborn. Well, come on, guys.
Everyone's just trying to get this
no, I was
fly.
gonna get the fly.
I just
know
didn't
you
want you
weren't.
in my cup anymore because I wanted to put it down.
Everyone's trying to
Wish
snatch
we had
this fly.
video of this.
I really do too. I just love Ben and Matt just like slowly tracking it across the table. Okay.
Yeah, no,
That's good. You don't have to give specifics. Just
yeah,
like,
no, I
that's
like the
kinda where
idea
you
of
are.
like kind of like the phoenix being reborn by fire, but not it being not good.
Yeah.
It being like very much like bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
how
bad
bad guys
phoenixes,
work.
not
Not
good,
good, like-
phoenixes.
I,
more
I
like
made a bad guy
bad.
who's like bad, I
Fucking
guess.
hate you guys.
So Reborn by the Fire, if I remember, there was a character in Game of Thrones who like he was a worshiper of fire that he could not
Yeah, it was
die.
the one guy.
The one guy
With
And
the
who
red
was-
head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
He got like split down the middle and
Yeah,
just
and he
like
was like,
was
"I'm
like,
back, though."
I'm okay. And it was like,
Good.
holy shit.
Yeah, there was definitely that
The
and,
hound-
like
the hound
god
hit him.
with the fire and stuff like that. That definitely inspired some of it. But
And I think-
yeah,
and then what's his name? The hound had a half his face burned.
yeah.
So, there
there's
some G. Okay,
there's definitely because I was definitely watching
Some G-Thrones? Is that what you were gonna
lot-
say?
There's some G-Thrones.
Okay, very
There's
cool.
Definitely some Game of Thrones.
Very cool, man. Super cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Super
definitely
what?
some Game of Thrones aspects.
Gotcha.
Definitely some anime in there, a little bit here and
Oh,
there.
really?
Here and there. I watch a lot, okay? I can't help but be inspired by it sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Why does Boral like to steal?
Who is this from?
Who asked that question?
The Tover still?
Tober still wants to know.
Boral, what's up, dude? Why
Be
you-
honest. Don't lie.
Because the thrill.
Of course. Okay. Thank you, Tober. Those are great. Hare asks, what is Leaf's favorite animal to transform into? That's a very good question. I think it's polar bear.
Much to Ben's chagrin, I'm sure.
For two reasons. One, it makes her feel powerful. And two, it makes Ben and Catan real mad. And that's why I like it. No, it really is, I think, a powerful animal that is something opposite of her, basically.
Your wolf RP was real on spot.
I did
but
a great wolf.
her polar bear was horrible, which also made it very great.
It was amazing.
He's like, I'm a polar bear.
I love being a big old dumb drunk
were
bear.
you a drunk polar
Yeah,
bear?
I'm a drunk
for me?
bear. all the
no,
time.
there was
Yeah.
Drunk Bear was in
In the bar.
In the,
Yeah,
in the
yes.
long haul.
And then
couple
bears
places.
are not allowed.
Oh yeah, it was in Luskin because you guys had
bears
the
allowed.
brawl with beer drum.
Yeah, he turned
Yeah.
into a bear. That's
And-
right. That's
Yes.
right. She turned into a bear and the whole fucking bar just took off.
Yep.
And then there was the drunken bear.
I have
in
no
the long
business
haul.
being a bear most of the time.
Yeah.
It's always great when I am. So that's my favorite. This is a great one from Sass. So here we go. Are you ready?
No.
Okay. Scenario. All of the characters are trapped together in a closet. No escaping. Catan casts Zone of Truth. This shall now forever be known as the Closet of Truth. What is one thing or more that each character respects or admires about the other characters. Bonus points for the players to do this for each other too. She needs some of that good feel-good content.
Oh,
Okay, next
We're
question.
going to need a break. Hold on.
Oh boy, I need some more margarita. For that.
I'm so glad I'm not part of this. Hell
We are
Okay.
we are
baby.
fresh out, guys. We got no more.
Oh,
really?
No.
All out
There's
tequila.
more tequila. I know there is. Don't lie.
There's a Casamigos. So that shit's kind of gross.
There's the silver too. There's the Don.
I think we're
yeah.
all drunk enough to the point now where it's probably tastes okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Respects and admires about one another.
So yes, so let a character
Oh God.
respects or admires.
It just
slash.
makes you real uncomfortable. I gotta tell you.
So we can do player and then we can do character, but we're all going to do it.
If anyone needs time, I can actually pinpoint this pretty quick from Catan to other party members.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Boral. Catan respects Boral's ethics. Boral is maybe a better person than him. Like he'll actually listen to what Boral wants to do. And Boral is often the person who's like, that is ethically wrong. Or like, we can't allow this to happen, you know?
Yeah, especially in the last arc too. I feel like Boral was very like on the ethical grounds of like, nah.
Yeah,
this is bad.
it's an interesting character choice for an evocation wizard.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I can
actually,
burn everything, but not the
honestly,
orphans.
even in and especially in the Arnerfell arc, you were very like ethically like, no, we can save a few people. We might not be able to save everyone, but I definitely remember you being like one of the voices like advocating for like eventually you're kind of like, okay, I understand this is your people's like tradition and stuff like that, but you were like, screw your honor. Let's just live.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool.
I'm very, very much along the lines of needs of the many.
Yeah.
And he's strong-willed about that. And so from a Catan paladin standpoint, he's like, you are deeply faithful to your beliefs. Gotta respect that. And he happens to also, like, for the most part, agree with them. So he's like, and also I agree with you. So that, like, it's just a little echo bubble with him. He's like, I think this is ethically wrong. And then Boral's like, me too. And I'm like, great. Perfect. Leaf, she's
Faster.
Crickets.
She's
well, here we go. Oh,
she snapped in my ear.
Yes. She's still like has a sense of like decency about her despite everything that's happened. She's still, you described it as like being naive, but he sees her as still being like just a decent human being who hasn't been corrupted by all this terrible shit. And Awen, Catan just respects his skill and ability. Because as he said, he likes to check things off a box. And oftentimes he's like, how are we going to handle this? A1's gone. A1's back. You handled it, didn't you? And you're like, I handled it completely. And they're like,
completely.
perfect. Great. Problem solved. I don't even have to worry about it. Thank you very much. I appreciate having somebody who can just get shit done.
Okay. Speed round. Boral, I like that you are a lot of times a contrarian. It kind of goes into what Catan said, but you always give a voice for other things. Which helps the party kind of round out, I think. Brian, you're a great dad to your kid. And I absolutely love that about you. And I'm proud of you for that.
Well, thank you, man.
Christy, Ben.
I'm going to need another margarita.
Christy, your character always wants to help people, even if it's to their detriment. But that's such a kind-hearted thing for you. And I appreciate that about Leaf. Christy, you're one of my best friends I've ever had in my life, and I know I can always count on you for anything. Catan, you are decisive in things when a lot of times Awen just kind of wants to song and dance, but you want to just plow through the most simple way possible, which is always a good thing for this podcast because we can get bogged down a lot of times. And Ben, you are also one of my best friends that you are one of the nicest, most kind-hearted people I've ever met in my life. And that's genuine. Jake,
Oh shit.
You're
I think I was included in this.
ridiculous with all the characters you come up with, and I absolutely love that because I never know what's going to happen, and I love that. And I appreciate you of all the hard work you put into this podcast because it's a lot of hard work, and I very much appreciate it. I'm done for the rest of I'm done. Bye.
He has no more things. And he starts bawling his eyes out.
Yeah, the car
That's
drives
the most
away.
emotion he shared.
Christy.
Ben didn't go around and do players. Are you going to
Well, I
do
don't
players?
like
Was
to
that
think
part of
about
the
it.
question? I don't remember
Here's
that
the
being part of the
reason
question.
It would take too long.
It was because it's bonus points, which is the only reason I
Oh,
did
it's
it, because
bonus
I want to win at being the best person.
Matt loves extra credit.
I wanted
right?
to win the Q&A for this episode, so
Okay.
I'll go.
Go.
I suppose Leaf, it would be like you've like through everything the character has still retained like a sort of innocence about her. So like, whereas, Ben had sort of said, I sort of am like sort of the moral, sort of take the moral center stance. You very much fixate on sort of individuals and their plight and sort of stick to that, which is sort of needed. Like, you're focusing on the needs of the many, but don't ignore the needs of the one sometimes. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Eowyn is very, not very, but is predictable in his unpredictability.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
I like that. It's good.
And which, but predictable in ways like, yeah, of course he's lying. Like that's what he does, which my character's sort of grown to live with. Like, that's just what he does.
Right.
And Catan, what he loves about Catan is that very, very straightforward and can be counted upon to just get it done. Set your sights on it and get it done. I mean, I think you sort of touched on that in a question before. Just like set a goal, get it done.
What brings him
and
joy?
I think like Boral counts on that and loves that.
It's also predictable.
And depends upon that. Just like, this is where the group is going. This is what we discuss, and Catan's going to see it through. I'm not going for bonus points. I mean, I love you all. I mean, that's just
We've been doing this for
I just
We've been
wanted
doing
you
this
to
for
tell
like 3+
me
years.
why you like your wife. I was like, come on, give me it. Okay, that's fine. For me, let's see. Catan, Leaf.
I forgot Jake. Sorry, buddy. I loved the little glimpse into my backstory, that little back and forth. I know I told you personally I loved it, but just so everyone else knows, that little glimpse into my backstory, that was dope. And I can't wait to like explore that more. So yeah. Sorry.
You guys made
Now
me
you can
feel
go. Sorry.
warm
Okay.
and comfy.
Catan. Leaf has touched on this a little bit, but when she followed you around as a little cat, she just admired your goodness. She felt like you, even though you don't think that you're good, or that you think maybe your motives to be good are not so great, she thinks that you are. Eowyn. Leaf. Leaf respects how much you keep things close because she's not good at doing that. So she respects that you are able to. And while she still wants to break it down she wants those walls to come down, but she respects that you are capable of doing that because she is not capable of doing that.
Yep, that makes sense.
Boral, you have a lot of spells that do a lot of great damage, and Leaf cannot do that. And so she respects your arcane ability and just how much more advanced in magical things you are. And she would like to learn from that. Jake, my sweet Jakey Boo Boo brother. Are we doing as like players or just like you as a DM?
I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Whatever
Just,
you want, apparently.
hurry up.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
just
I'm
go
in charge.
quicker.
You can't tell me to hurry up.
Yeah, she's the quantum, dude.
I'm the quantum. I said it.
Oh, she said it. She said
I
it. She said
That
it.
means you have to let me take as much time as I want.
Oh, is that what that means?
I'm just
I
very
guess.
proud of you and your creativity and getting to see it flourish in a way that I don't think I would have ever experienced without having started this podcast and playing D&D with you. And I just really like seeing how creative you are.
All right, it's my turn. I know I give you guys a lot of shit about how crazy and wild you are, but seriously, I would never want to do this with anyone else besides you four.
And he's tried.
I've tried. I tried so hard. I've called so many different people. No, but seriously, every time I show up here, I'm one, terrified, and also very
Hungover.
excited, and sometimes hungover. But no, that's not really. But no, seriously, I am so excited every time to see what you guys bring to the table with my weird random shit that I have ready for you. It's every time I'm always surprised and ecstatic with what weird ways you find to come up with things like your spell use or just what you say to people, your disguises and just everything. Every time it just blows me away on your guys' creativity on how to get around the things that I put in front of you. So that's what I extremely appreciate you guys. It's no matter what I bring to the table, you guys always just blow it out of the water and really just make the podcast just so much better with your guys' creativity.
Yay!
All right, there's your good feel.
Yay for us.
Let's talk some shit.
Yeah, I won.
No.
That was there was your feel good stuff.
Yeah,
I got more feel good stuff.
Oh,
No.
Everyone
Blood
hug.
asks.
Hold hands. Come on.
Blood
Kumbaya.
asks.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
No, oh, you're sweaty.
I know.
Blood. Oh, thank you, Sass. That was a great question.
Yeah, that was really
Great
good.
question.
Blood asks, on the topic of feel good content, what are your favorite moments of emotional support that each character has provided for each other? So just one emotional support option. It could not be with a character, could be a NPC too. Like, just is there a moment where your character has like gotten someone through something that's your favorite?
Personally, my favorite was Boral and Arnarfell with Emmy. After the battle, that when he talked to her about her unrequited love with Catan, that was really like heartfelt, and I really like that. Not hit home, but just really felt in the moment and just really, really good.
I think for Awen to be the Jarl, because that's the first time somebody like in a major position of power has been like, yo, I kind of trust you with like leading people. And that really, ever since that moment, I don't know if anybody's noticed, because I've tried to make it a small adjustments, but ever since that moment, he's been taking on more responsibility as far as leadership goes, even just in little spots. I think without that talk with him, I don't think he would be at this moment the king of his kingdom. I don't think he would have ever
really
taken
deep
that on.
moment. That was
For him, it was really the turning point of getting over that emotional mountain of, oh, maybe I can be destined for something a little greater from what I give credit to himself for. So that would be his for sure.
For me, it would be the chat that Catan had with Philippa. When was that?
Sitting outside of Pakar's tower?
Yeah, I think that what was revealed, like when she basically learned all of her stuff.
Yeah, it was like the start of Arc 2 or the end of Arc 2. one of the
yeah.
two.
Yeah, and you sat her down and basically gave her like the talk, of in our world of like what was going to happen and like that you could do good things and like bad stuff happens sometimes and you don't have to let it define you. And like the whole thing, you had that conversation with her, which is like a very pivotal moment of establishing that relationship. And I really liked it.
I was also just in myself, I think, was about to have my second child and my first was just starting to grow up. So I was kind of like, well, better get used to this. Be like, life is fucking hard.
Yeah, it was a good
Get
dad.
used
it was
to
a good
it.
dad talk.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a really good dad talk.
I think, did you go?
I have not gone.
Oh,
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I
No,
am
no,
You go.
I was going to say that I feel like Boral has become Catan's personal therapist on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
I think every single time Catan has had an emotional breakdown, Boral has been the one to support him. Not to say that other people haven't, but it's been much more direct.
Yeah, that scene by the campfire was some. I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried on that scene right here while and then after when you listen to it, the music did not help, and I almost cried even harder.
The sled up the mountain or the in the forest after I got beat?
The forest after you got beat. I think that was because that was when you were at such a pivotal, like such a low, especially for Catan, because you never hit like that kind of low before. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that was a rough one.
So Boral in general
Yeah.
is my answer to that.
That's good.
Well, you took
Yeah.
my answer. Damn it.
No.
No. But
I'm
then
the
you,
best.
you briefly mentioned the sled up the mountain when he discovered that I had his sister, or when Catan discovered I had his sister's locket.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of my favorite interactions. Because it got so intense and so real. Like I forgot we were talking in character.
I could
No,
tell.
yeah. There's a lot of edits where.
Well, you call him Ben multiple
Yeah, I
times.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
He's definitely did.
Well, and I think also it was like all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's some real heavy shit happening now. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's fun. Pretend therapy.
God, the Jarl scene, there's so many, really.
Well, you can only pick one.
They can only pick one. That someone supported somebody else. I think Lorelai and Awen. The most recent one where she took him out to the forest to kind of let him vent for a second. Obviously, it ended with Awen kind of trying to dip out on the situation, but
Well, but I think he knows.
yeah,
And
no,
I
he
think-
100% knows.
Well,
yeah.
and the fact that because you remember Lorelai reached her hand out to him recently as well, and
Yeah.
he grabbed it. Like, there's an obvious build there.
Yeah,
and
no,
he's,
and that's-
he's letting her in little by little.
I think the character, like that character development, really, like that was really good. There's so many. I mean, every moment that you guys talked about, the Jarl moment, it's just anytime any character just has that little bit of a push forward, even if it's me trying or just another character talking to another, a PC talking to another PC. It's just so lovely, especially because I'm such a diehard rom-com fan. So any of that kind of situations that happen, I'm just like, oh,
You want all that feel good
I just
stuff,
need that feel good, man.
Okay. Well, thank you. That was a great question. We'll do a quick couple. Tober asks, how many tattoos does each player have and what are they?
None. Easy.
Boral?
I have none.
Ben?
I got stabbed once in the hand by a pen in 4th grade. Still got that.
So you got
Okay,
one
so that-
little dot.
So you got a dot. Nice.
I have one tattoo. It is the Lion King Simba symbol from the Rafiki's tree, and it is on my arm. Matt.
I have 3 technically, but one is a piece on my chest. It says Sic Parvis Magna, which is Latin for great things from small beginnings.
It kind of looks like it says sick pelvis magma.
It does.
does.
or sick penis magnet, people
Yeah.
have said too.
Penis magma is what we get the most.
Yeah,
It's
and
hilarious.
then 2 Army Air Corps stars for my grandfather on
Yes.
my lower abdomen.
There we go. Those are our tats. Let's do another couple quickies.
Forgot about pelvis magma.
Oh yeah, sick pelvis magma. Like, cool, dude.
Mango, this was asked on the chat, and I think he found the answer, or they found the answer. What type of halfling is Leaf? I am a stout halfling.
So you were
I
a
got them
Lightfoot.
thick. No,
No,
I'm
'cause
stout.
remember we were trying to make our characters more like us in real life.
Yeah, I ain't Lightfoot.
Damn. Okay.
Got a donk. Mango also asks, how long does it take to edit one episode?
It used to be it was 3 times whatever the episode is, but because we have started updating our software, it's about 2 times. So about 2 hours per episode. That also depends on how much post-production work there is. So if I have to write music, edit music, mix in music, it depends. So, but I'd say on normal 2 hours per episode.
Okay, very good. Sorry, I'm just looking. Springerling asks, question that occurred to me since I started the new campaign, doing a character voice for the first time. When did everyone decide on a character voice, and how did you pick?
Elf, British, it's pretty straightforward, but I just wanted to have that sort of lighter, airy British accent for Awen because he does come from royalty and he isn't a hard character. So I felt like that fit him the best.
Yeah. I just have a really sexy voice normally, so I wanted to have something a little more innocent. So I just picked that to make it seem more,
Of course, yeah,
more innocent
obviously.
and light.
Yeah.
Totally.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why I chose that.
Yeah.
Anyone else who has a voice?
I can't wait to hear Ben's answer to this.
Ben is last. Ben is last.
Okay,
Yes. All right,
No,
Brian.
I can never maintain an accent. Like I just
Yeah.
can't. I know that about myself. I would.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with mine.
It's perfect, but
Yeah.
it fits.
It does
I
fit.
can't imagine Boral with any other voice.
Well, I can't
Yeah.
either. I can't either.
Yeah.
So
Ben?
I heard someone speak, and I thought,
And then
I guess I should try to do that too. And then I did it slightly not as well. And then they got better at it, and I didn't.
I love it so much.
Because don't forget, guys, there was a little bit of this going around. We were playing before we started recording. So
Yeah.
you guys missed out on us like actual like first straight character development, where like we were really pinning all this down. So
Thank God.
Fantastic question. Thank
Some
you.
of those were
Springer
good.
Ring.
So-
Mr. Hodgepodge asks, and actually Mango asked some similar question. So basically the question is, everybody picks their character based on persona, but how did you get to the race and class? Like, can you elaborate on why that was your choice specifically? Not just your personality, but where did you go with that?
Well, I think a lot of us based our class off our personality.
Can you just say why you think then a ranger is your personality?
Yeah, because I like to kind of lone wolf it most of the time and be alone, and that fits to a ranger. Well, I could have been a thief as well, but I'm not as sneaky as a thief. I just kind of like to do my own thing. And
what's a thief?
A
what do you mean?
rogue.
A
It's a
rogue,
rogue.
you know what I mean? But
know,
like
I know.
I like to still be a team player, but
Boral
also
is the thief.
yeah, but also off on my own a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
And I felt like that was a good ranger class for Awen.
And race wise, did that
An elf, just because like I wanted to
be something?
be something other than a human. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I just wanted to be something a little different.
Catan?
I was initially going to be a cleric because, in real life, I'm a nurse. And so I work in hospitals and I take care of sick people. But we kind of already had a druid. So it was like, well, we got a healer, primary caster sort of thing. And we sort of need another frontline person. And you were just so fucking opinionated, Ben Chaney. So they were like, we talked about it. And I was saying cleric. And you guys were like, I think you should be a paladin. And I thought about it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm definitely strong-willed.
Yeah, you're a paladin.
In regards to my personality about being like, this is the fucking way it is. And if you don't think so, well, then you're just wrong.
Yeah. I'm better
And
than
I will
you.
smite you. So
And I will smite. And now you were smote.
Yes. You were
Yeah.
smoted.
And then, working in the hospital and stuff, like, I would heal people and also tackle them half the time because I have
Yeah.
a lot of, kind of violent people. And now I'm chronically injured. So no more of that.
And your race?
Human. Everybody was something else. And I was like, God, you know what? We just need a human on the show because it balances it out.
Yep.
You gotta have Boromir die because you're a fucking human.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I picked human, and also just they. I actually didn't take a variant human because when I first started, I didn't know that. So I took a standard.
You min-max or piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So I
right,
took a
let's
standard.
move on to
I
the
took a
next
standard.
Okay,
And I
Boral.
should have taken a variant, but I didn't. But I didn't. And that was it. And that was it.
Boral, start speaking, Boral. Brian.
I picked wizard, not so much for the spell casting, but because of my temperament. I feel like, wizards like elves, high elves. So I'm just kind of gonna go at the same time, both race and class. Being so old, they're pretty wise. I kind of wanted to, at least broadcast on this wise character to sort of, set that sort of tone. And I think every D&D campaign I've ever played, or at least most of them, I played a wizard. So it's what I was most familiar with, even though I'm not that great at it most of the time. But
You're
like, I like to
amazing
mix
at
it
it.
up.
Okay.
Drop kicking
but-
wizards, man.
Gotcha. Okay. Christy picked a druid because obviously plants and animals are my favorite thing. I wanted to be a wildlife conservationist when I was little. So animals for sure. Druids always what I pick first in any sort of RPG type thing, and then a halfling because I wanted to be the smallest, shortest thing because that's what I am, but I'm not slight like a gnome. I got some hips on me, as we've discussed. So I wanted something with some meat on its bones, and that's a stout little halfling. So that's me. Plus, I like to eat. So there we go.
Do we have one more good question for everyone that we can end on?
For everyone, give me just a sickety sec.
Oh, come on, Quadum.
Come on, Quad. You should have
I'm
these
jumping
down.
around now. I
Quad.
was going in order. Now I'm jumping around.
You should have been ready for this.
Okay. Two people asked this. Landrig and Mango Man asked, if you have to use new characters, i.e. someone dying, what would you play next?
I'd play a rogue for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we still need a tank. So if I die, that Beardrum's not part of the podcast. I would probably pick something at least that could take some hits. Maybe a monk or a barbarian or something.
Okay.
I'd probably be a cleric or a fighter.
I think I might be something nefarious, like a warlock or a sorcerer.
All right, Jake, I know you can't really answer this question. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
We know the certain time of the month is coming up,
I know.
or time of the year, I guess. That was weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
time
it was
of the month. I was like,
yeah.
how'd you know?
There's a certain time of the year coming up.
Yes.
So be thinking about what type of character you might want to play there.
I almost want to play my Pillow Lord again because I had so much.
Let me
fun.
get okay. Here's a little spoily for a minute. All right. The setting is gonna be hot.
Oh, so no
Oh.
Pillow Lord.
It's gonna
Are
be
we
hot.
playing on the sun?
It's gonna be hot.
Lava monsters?
It's gonna be very hot.
Hell.
It's gonna be hot. So think of a character that would fit in here.
Sorcerer.
Just saying, it's gonna be
Yeah,
hot.
I'd probably go Sorcerer. Sorcerer,
right.
Okay.
Warlock.
It's gonna be hot.
Okay. There we
about
go. We did not get through everything. Thank you, everyone, for all of your questions. We're going to keep the rest that we have not answered yet for the next one. Keep sending new ones in. That's just how it's going to go. And thank you. This was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you guys
everybody.
so much. Thank
Great
you so
job, Quantum.
Yay,
much.
thank you.
Yeah, we
Question
appreciate you,
Master.
Quantum.
Yes, all right,
Thank you,
Quantum. All right,
Christy.
everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Deuces.
We can do character, but we're all going to do it. Everybody's going to do it.
I don't have
Yeah,
to. I'm not a player.
We're
I actually
Zone of truth.
I'm not a player or a character, so fuck you guys. I don't
Yeah,
do
you're
it.
at left. Oh, Benjamin.
Benjamin.
No, I mean, it's actually kind of sad, but